Okay, it's June the 4th, 14:12, and time to wrap it up. And I've got this on a 5-minute time frame right now, and I think we may have to slow this down from a 3-minute to a 5-minute. Just kind of looking at your trades, because right on this particular trade, just looking at them, this, if you don't get it in the next bar, you're not there. So this trade triggers. Better yet are the red on red trades. There's no doubt. Blue on blue trades. But here's red on red. So we're in a sell mode, so we're not getting really any of the blue on blue trades. Just missing getting in when they're right and going through it when we're wrong. But red on red, red on red, kind of miss it in there. Nice retest failure here, and so on and so forth. So it might be a better trade. We started off this morning wanting to sell the 10 area, basically wanting to buy the 2100 to 95 area, and you can see that we got deeper than that. Produced a good trade off that low, produced a great trade off that high. Then we get a B pattern right here, and we're getting no lift. Or just sitting here, and then finally we get a mom, and that takes us down, and then we aren't getting any lift down here, and then all of a sudden short covering, takes us up where we are right now. So we're going to go out at 20.95. Now there are a lot of people, and let me go ahead and cancel this order from this morning. That's where we last tried to get in. There are a lot of people saying that the unemployment number could come in lower than forecast. That would be hard to see given the jobless claims numbers being 275 this month, give or take, given the ADP number at 200,000. But some people are guessing. Now the other side of that is the E-mini sold today because the numbers coming in greater than, I think the forecast is 220. So I mean, it's just hard to say by the way this market acts. But in broad brushes, the big idea, the context, selling 2110s, buying 2100 out of 2095, produced the two trades that worked during the day. We ended up, I think we took a couple of trades where I got the order in time, just missed this one trade from 375, and we took another trade. So we got 2 or 3 of them talked through on the E-mini today. So we'll go ahead and we'll take a look at what tomorrow brings off of our setups. Okay, lower high, lower low. We're looking for a place to sell it. We've been in a trading range. You can see how important this 90.92 area is. That's where that rally up to new contract highs started from. So that's a pretty important price point here. So this screen tells us to look for a place to sell it. Looking at the F2 screen, got a pretty clean break here at 97. We have this low back here at 99, so in this Bill and I period, maybe stops above M, so selling 99's 2101. Obviously, put a question mark at 97, and then selling 4 to 6 for sell 2. On the buy side, 90 to 92. Somebody might cover shorts. And then our 85, 87. Tomorrow's news, non-farm payroll. 220K. Unemployment, 5.4%. Work week, 34.5. And hourly earnings, plus 0.2. These last two are pretty much given every month. So the focus will be non-farm payroll. If it comes in, say, greater than 235, 240, I would expect the E-mini to sell. Fed can raise interest rates sooner rather than later, and the economy is coming back in the second quarter. The unemployment number is hard to figure because you don't know how many people have dropped out or did not drop out of the looking for work. The first cross check is against average work week to see if that makes sense. And then earnings, I don't think people pay a lot of attention to. They would if it was during inflation, but our government has told us, the keepers of the statistics, that there is no inflation until you have to house yourself, buy energy, and buy food. But those are conveniently not counted. So it is a newsday trade. Again, know the news and you have the trade. It's pretty cut and dry. Okay, we came in on the financials today really wanting just to trade from the long side because of the high potential of a short covering rally. And that's where we are. Looking at the F1 screen, we can be sellers with failure to take out basically 126, 126.04. And we can buy into weakness too. We said on this contract, if it traded above, stay above 125.20, it could trade higher, and it managed to do that. And so here we have a pretty strong P with the mode at 125.30, pretty high in the distribution, well above time. Short covering, didn't know for sure, but we how far it would take us, but we thought that was a real possibility, especially if the market started off rotating higher. The news will affect this. If the non-farm payroll number is greater than 220, this should sell. If it's less than 200, it should rally. The easy trade to see is in the overnight session is selling failure to take out the buck to 04. Got volume up here at 9.5, so 7 to 11 would be sell to. Given tomorrow's news, I doubt if we can trade it higher unless that news is leaked. At 4 o'clock this afternoon Eastern time, over 100 government officials will have that number in their hands because it is a newsday trade. Buying against 20, I think, is still probably the trade. So this 20 to 24 area would be buy 1 for Globex, and then 9 to 13 for buy 2. I just don't see us getting to our number 2 levels because of the importance of tomorrow's news. Greece, it looks like they're going to be talking in terms of giving Tsipras, if that's how you pronounce his name, another month to go get a vote with the Greek House. So he'll get temporary funding, is what it looks like. It'll enable him to get through the month of June, and he's got a month to go build his case for whatever deal the ECB has pitched to him. And Greece is split about 50-50 on that, so it's not clear cut that he can get it through, nor that it will fail. But they're not going to, from what we gather right now, they're not going to be able to make payments to the IMF tomorrow. And the talk is that he'll have another month to take it back to his parliament and get a vote of confidence or no confidence in their particular government. Okay, sell failure to take out 20 to 24 on the 30-year. And then 31s to 03s. Big contract, big market. We're at 14 right now, so 1 to 5. And then 21 to 25 down below. Okay, gold is usually the market, they say, where those that know which way the numbers are going to go will be trading gold. We've seen that happen often enough that it's pretty creditable. We've got this 68 area, which is pretty important, so give it a little room. 70, 72 on the buy side, buy one. It's a B shape. Let them go get stops below the overnight session low. Then if we crack that, 65, 67, we're going to surround that 68 number. On the sell side, 80 to 82, then 85, 87. So we'll be watching to see how gold trades into the number, and usually they tip their hand at 30 seconds before the news release. So at 8:29 and 30 seconds, we'll put the gold up on the screen and see if they've got they know which way the market was going to go. Okay, looking at crude. Trying to look at crude. Another big day of selling. Really came off the OPEC news. Lower high, lower low, looking for a place to sell it. Looks like we're headed for 56, 56.50. 58.50 is a pretty clean break in the market. So here we are at 58. So this 50 to 75 areas, sell one. 59, 59 and a quarter, sell two. 57.50, 75, buy one. Then 56.75, 56, 57, buy two. If you believed in economics, more supply than demand, the price of this should be down. The contango played made millions and millions and millions of dollars for people. So we're moving into another phase, but my buddies down in Houston that are very, very close to where the supply and the demand is say that there's a lot more supply than there is demand. And if Iraq ramps up their production by 800,000 barrels a day, as they've said they're going to, that's what will take the price of crude lower. So the bottom line is there is more supply than there is demand, and that usually leads to lower prices, but that didn't stop the market rallying 22 bucks off the low either. And looking at the euro, we're back into our, sell the 114 plus. 114's give or take. Bottom of this is down in the, well, there's a pretty clean break here, 110, 111. Got a buyer below 111. We got a seller above 113, and here we sit at 1245. This says look for a place to buy it. The Greek deal is off. I'm expecting an announcement tomorrow saying that Greece, has another month this time to take it to Parliament. So we'll make 1175 buy two. We'll make this 1225 buy one on the sell side. 1275 sell one. 1300 sell two. And we'll look for some sort of announcement saying that Greece has extra time to make their deal or not. That's all I have. I will see you all bright and early in the morning. I wish you a good evening. Summertime has returned with temperatures in the low 90s. Kind of nice to, go outside and immediately feel the heat. This past weekend, I think we had a high on Sunday of 73. So this is a new experience for us, but things are getting dried out pretty quickly here. Y'all have a great evening. I'll see you bright and early in the morning.